Hope everyone is well. I decided to come on now because I have to prep for my Instagram Live interview tonight on Instagram with Glenn Chow of Mini GT. So I thought, well, I'll just do a quick live video with all my friends here on the Lamley YouTube channel. Open up some of the newest Hot Wheels, go through that, and then rest my voice for tonight to have a nice long hour-long chat with Glenn over on Instagram. So check that out if you want to once that time comes here in a few hours. I think it's set for 8 o'clock Western time. Sorry, 8 o'clock Pacific time. Getting ahead of myself. So I've got all of the D-Case highlights that, at least the ones that I dubbed the highlights. If there's others that you want to see, too bad. But we're going to start with some stuff. Yeah, I'm going to start with this. I've been meaning to open up, and I'll show you the artwork here, this Super Treasure Hunt. It's the first one of 2021. It is the Nissan 300ZX Twin Turbo. This is my favorite model of 2019 when it was released, right? And then in white and red, and I always wanted to see it in these 5-spoke wheels. I just went out and bid it and just bought this on eBay, this Super Treasure Hunt, a while ago, and I've been sitting on it. It actually has a bit of a cracked blister somewhere too. Where is it? Right there. And I've just been waiting to open it. I want it open. I want to put it in the display. I don't have the other Super Treasure Hunts yet. I'm hoping to have those at least in time, right, to do the Lamley Awards at the end of the year. So we've got some time, 10, 11 months, right? But I wanted to open this up to start, and then we'll get to the D-Case highlights. This one really has nothing to do with them, but let's go ahead and get to it. A bit of a raspy voice, so I've got some water. There we go. All right, let's go ahead. I don't have anything really other to show you other than the fact that it is a Super Treasure Hunt. It has the TH there, and now it's open. Right, easy enough. Oh, so cool, so cool. I'm hoping that one day this car gets the premium treatment. It definitely deserves it. And I don't know if it's, I mean, maybe some of you have looked at some of the leaked lists. It's on there. I can't even remember. But having this Super Treasure Hunt, having the fact that they did it plain, with the chrome, what are those, the 5-spoke Real Riders, makes me super, super happy. If it would have been like that police version, it would have been fine, but not the same, right? So I'm really, really digging this one, and it would have been fun to find, but I just bit and bought it on eBay and just thought that one was awesome. I'll have to photograph it because this is already actually, you know, from the Super Treasure Hunt so far with the Roger Dodger and the Corvette, I'm not too fond of. I think both of them aren't as strong as even the whole slate of last year's Supers, but this one is great, and the RX-7 is fantastic. I'm hoping to get that one too. Same deal, like really nice premium. We've had premium versions of the RX-7, but not with those wheels, and it's going to be matching this one. They're going to be a great pair, so really happy to have it. While that is turning, let's get to D-Case highlights. We'll save the new models for the last. That includes the Bronco, which I'm really excited to have a look at. But let's just go. These are the cars that I thought were the highlights. We'll start with the Locomotion, and I just thought I was just curious with this one because they've taken the Thomas the Train, given it a faceless front, which isn't it funny that there's no trains have faces, yet this one looks weird without a face. Funny what toy cars do to you. But I like this kind of clear version, so I'm going to go ahead and check that out. We'll put the Super Treasure Hunt right over here. Getting my garbage can for the blisters, and there is this train. I like it. I like what they've done with it. It has a mirrored face. I guess you could look directly in it and maybe see yourself, and then you're Thomas the Train. Hooray! Clear body, gray wheels. I don't know what else to say about it, so let's just let it turn while we look at the next one. Why don't we go Valentine's Day? All you, my dearest friends, I'd love for you to be my Valentine. And considering we're not going to be really in person, never have been, won't be this year, at least the beginning part of this year, you consider this my Valentine's greetings to you, my lovely, lovely viewers and friends. Let's just open it. Sorry. Cool. Actually, on the top, I like that Love 2021. It's actually, I mean, why not do a Love Bug, right? You can't argue with that. Um, Casting is old and kind of, I don't know, kind of goofy. I mean, it's nice to have those headlights, but I like the newer Beetle castings, like the one they've done for premium. But this is fine. As for a basic Love Bug, I think it's great, right? Oh, someone's saying they should use the Chevy Love. They really should. They really should. Good call. I'd like to see that. Here, if you want to do the, let's do the better Beetle. Like, just focus on that one for a second and then replace it with this one, and you're like, oh, yeah. Quite the difference, right? That's what we can do live. It's just, if you want to see something, we can see it. If there's something you guys do want to see, just let me know. Is that coming in clear? It looks like to me that it is. Just want to make sure everything's working. All right. I should do that. Put that away. Okay, next one, while that is opening, why don't we go, let's see, most of the stuff I like is realistic. This is what I should do, right? Let that one go. Let's go with the Chevy Silverado Trail Boss LT. So we saw this premiere in kind of a maroon color last year, just recently, right? Just a few months ago, it was released in black with the cool kind of Chevy stripe on it. And now it goes camo. And I think we've talked about this. Matchbox has done camo better, but for a basic car here, I think they did a nice job on this one. Because they did it in that matte green to match. So I think that looks pretty good. It's a nice casting. These bigger trucks don't do it much for me, but I like it. Especially when you've got the Chevrolet embossed on the back. I'm trying to look at your... Gavin's hates the brown wheels. I don't mind it. I think for these cars, you know, like you get enough versions for realistic. I think it's kind of fun to do it this way to make it look like it's splattered. I mean, obviously it's not perfect, but I don't mind it. I mean, you know, with the black, I can understand if the black rims are kind of weird, but that's cool. All right, should we do one of my favorites from this one? Do the Manga Tuner. Go ahead. There we go. Let you guys see the art as it turns. I'll figure out. I'm always trying to streamline these videos, and when I do them live, you know, I've done so many of these. You know, obviously, I just started doing live videos a few months ago, and you guys seem to like them, and I like doing them because I like interacting with you guys. But I always want to. I'm always mad when I look at the end and it's like that thing was freaking 45 minutes long, and I always think if you ever want to rewatch these videos, it's hard to go through. But there is the Manga Tuner. In pink, like this design we've seen on the Mad Manga before, kind of a variation of it. And while that's turning, let's go Jag. We'll do the Jag while that one is turning. Wyatt loves that little car. Yeah, well, there is Make It Wheelie. There we go. Is that what you're saying? There, yeah, it works that way. We'll let it turn that way while I'm opening up the Jag XE SV Project 8. This casting, there we go. I have to say, let's let that one turn for a second. I'm going to pull out the Jags. I know that there's I don't think it's right here on this side. I think it's buried below my workbench. Yeah, it is. But so we had that premium version for Fast and Furious. Where is it here? Let's see. Honda, Lamborghini. I'm trying to find where that Jag is. Jeep. What colors have we had so far? So look at how cool this casting is, and they've kept the. So we had the first version in orange, right? Kind of the burnt orange. I'm not going to keep these long because they all have the same front and rear detailing. So burnt orange, and then we had, oh, this one got the 10 spokes. This is probably the best version. It was the GameStop version from last year, remember? From 2019. I forgot that that these two, the burnt orange and the blue, had the 10 spokes on it. So that looks really good in the blue. I think that's probably my favorite one so far. And you just look at all the, I mean, I just think this casting, I think Ryo Asada did it. Then we had this green one. Not necessarily British racing green, but kind of a forest metal flake green. Some people don't like the Trap 5 wheels, but I think in black they work really well here. And then we had it in gray. You guys digging this casting as much as I am? I just think it's just so well done. It's got the side mirrors for those that really get worked up about the side mirrors. Can you put all the colors? I think you mean a side. Here you guys, I can try to. Here, gray, green, blue, orange, red. There. They're going to get a little blurry as they come too close to the shot, but... And then add to that the Fast and Furious version, which I kind of feel had the wrong wheels. If they had done the 10 spokes like we see on the new Beamer, then that would work on that. Maybe one day we will see a premium version. But yeah, all the same decos, like front and rear. They've got that kind of that almost a carbon fiber look on the roof. I know that's not how it's supposed to be, but that is a great casting. And we tend to get excited about some of the classic cars, but I'll put this one up as one of the best of 2019 and now 2020 and 2021, right? So there's a winner, man. I love that casting. All right, let's keep going. Oh, I said I was going to show you this deco for the Honda. So while that's turning, let me get that out. Let's see if I can find it here. Oops. I'll open it up here, but I wanted to be prepped. So this is a real deco, but I think it was unique. Let's open it up. So this is the classic CRX. This is the first CRX, which was modified. So you can see that it's a variation, or it's just like a take on the original, and we'll get back to it, the Honda City Turbo, right? So I'll do it this way so you can see the front kind of runs around. So this was an actual racing deco on the Honda City Turbo from, you know, back on the real car, right? But the first time we saw it was on this Honda Odyssey. So you can see there's 3 versions. So this Honda Odyssey was such a... Junimai did this casting, and I think he owned, maybe he still does, owned a Honda Odyssey and decided to do this take, which is kind of a take on the Bisimoto Honda Odyssey that's like has 1,000-something horsepower. And we saw it in car culture, right? This one. It's right here. If you remember correctly. So that he actually, I mean, this is a totally new casting, you can see, but that's how the Honda debuted, was in that. Then it showed up with this one. Yeah, that was number 4. This one was number 5. And then I'm trying to make out the number on this one. But now we have 3 cars with that turbo deco on it. So that's kind of cool. I love that they're doing that, and Honda's obviously keen on it. That's why they're allowing it to happen. So I think that's really cool. I love when they do this kind of stuff. Have fun with these decos, make you kind of create these little subsets, you know, and now you can add the CRX. Eddie likes the CRX casting. I do too. I like both of them. I think they both have been well done. This one's a little bit more modified, right, than the other CRX that Ryo Asada did. There was another Honda with the red and blue stripes from 2020. Yeah, there's the one that's the Super Treasure Hunt, right? But it's not a take on this one, so I'm only going to include those 3. But kind of cool there. There's a nice shot right there. Okay, what's next? Let's do the Syclone. So the Syclone, I have the red and the black version. I don't think I'm going to keep this version, only because this is where, I mean, I don't know. You guys tell me, those of you who are specialist in the Syclone. Is this actually based on a real Syclone, this deco? Blue with the bottom, with the silver bottom half. Is that a real thing? I don't know. I know that this one from Car Culture is based on that Marlboro. I can't say that word, but Marlboro version. But I don't know if this one is. That's why I'm probably more inclined just to keep the red and the black ones. But I'll show this one to you. So yeah, so Hong Kong Philly is saying they only came in red and black, I believe. That's what I think too. But then Golden Eagle saying yes. The Typhoon was the one with 2 colors. Okay, yeah. So you guys know your stuff. See, this is great. Half the time I can't even say the word right, and that's why doing it live. I get to learn on the fly. So kind of unofficial, right? But with the Syclone, but the Typhoon had 2 colors. Okay, done with that one. All right, should we do the Mars Perseverance Rover? Let's let that one turn so you can see the artwork. I'm guessing I don't have this cat. I mean, I probably have it somewhere, but I don't have it in my collection. The original, it wasn't the Perseverance Rover. It was the, oh, now I'm forgetting. So I don't know if this is actually considered a new model, but it is different. I'm trying to, it won't say here, but so we'll only know when I open the US case, or maybe you guys already do know. Oh, that's cool. NASA on the front right there. But if I remember, I think that on the other one, this plastic part was molded into the body. So this one has the clear base, it has the wheels, then it has this plastic piece here, and then it actually even has this, I think this turns. So it even has this separate piece here. It seems to be more, it's different, right? I don't know, maybe, I wish I had it with me, and I don't. But maybe one of you who has it can look at it. Yeah, it's Curiosity Rover. So that Rover came with a set. So I think it's the same. Atala Mark says, I think. Wyatt says he has the original one. Rose doesn't like it. Can retooled castings be considered new for a certain year? I think sometimes, but not necessarily. Like we've had several retooled castings this year already. Well, I don't know, several, but a good example is that Honda Civic. The blue Honda Civic, that was retooled, but it wasn't considered a new model. So, all right, so that one's going. While that one's going, let's, how about let's do the Koenigsegg. Koenigsegg Jesko in a darker gray color as opposed to the lighter gray color, but for some reason, this darker gray color looks better. This was my choice for most disappointing new model of 2020. And I stick with that. This one looks better in the colors. Maybe it just shows off. But I've had this happen with, like, there was that McLaren, I think it was at the 720, that I didn't like. And then I saw subsequent versions, including, well, you can't really see it, but the Fast and Furious. This is the pinnacle. I really like the casting now when it's in premium, gets the full deco, and has the Real Riders on it. So there's a chance maybe you put this one premium, put good Real Riders on it, and I can start liking it. But still, the wheels look too small. There's a few other issues with it, but it does look better here. I will say that. It looks better in this gray. So I saved the gray one. Ignacio thinks it would look better without the spoiler. Wheels are too cartoonish for this car. Jackie loves supercars and hypercars. Thinks it looks beautiful. Yeah, I like this one better. So so jury's still out. Still, it's a disappointing one for me, but this one does look better. I think that spoiler's colored. I think there is a black stripe on the top here, and then maybe on the actual spoiler. Hard to tell. All right, let's do, trying to focus on the new models. Let's go to the regular treasure hunt. I'm not going to open this one. I'm just going to show it to you because there's a friend of mine whose kid really likes these regular treasure hunts, and I'm just going to give it to him. So I'm just going to show it to you. I didn't recognize it. You guys helped me recognize it when I did the unboxing. So it is the Motosaurus. You can't really see the symbol because it's kind of see, it's got that shaped blister, so it's kind of sealed in there. But it's full of the symbols, right? There's like several of them on there. And it's pretty obvious that that's the regular treasure hunt. So you can see it in the art too, that the symbol is there. So that's cool. I'm gonna let that turn that way while I open up the regular version of what would be the Super Treasure Hunt, which is the 95 Mazda RX-7. So let's open that one up. Hopefully, I'll have the Super Treasure Hunt at some point, because that is just a stunner. We'll put that away. In black, I mean, this is great. Black with this really nice tan interior. I think this looks fantastic. I mean, if it was just released this way and we didn't know that there was a Super, I'd be pretty stoked. You want to walk through these RX-7s while it's turning? I still like this blue version. Then there was the Kmart version in red. Then the next year we had this yellow version with the Hot Wheels logo. Then we had it recolored in green. Then the next year in black. I'm not doing the premiums right now. Then we had a Zamac. Then we had this HKS version. Then last year in two colors, orange and blue, right? Now we have two more versions in black. And the Super Treasure Hunt, which I assume is called Spectrafem Black, but it comes out in gray. My favorite versions, this black's going to be up there, especially with that interior, but it matches the blue interior here. You can notice, and I like the J5 wheels on there, and then I really like the Kmart version. I'm going to lose it if I... So, I know that's not a perfect showing of all of them, but I don't want to walk through all of them a ton. But there you go. Blue, red, and black are my favorites by far. So, but man, you can see obviously that Super Treasure Hunt is one I want. So it's been a Kmart, and it has been a Zamac. So who knows what else we'll see. I don't know if we'll see a recolor of this one this year. But two versions, black and Super, right? I'll take that. So that is that one. Where can I get that deep blue one? If you're talking about the first one with the J5s, that was released several years ago. The other blue one with the stripes on and gold wheels, that was recent. You might even still find it in the store if you look hard enough. All right, new models. We're going to do this. Me Rollin is going to be the first one. Then we have two others, GTO and the Bronco. Okay, let's just look at it for now. But I mean, the way to really look at it is to... I'm assuming that it's like a dice car, right? So if you look at the top here, it's not going to stay. So I think the point is that you take it, and here's the base of it. So it's metal up here, and then it has this Me Rollin here, and so that you roll it, and basically you look at what you rolled. So if I do this here. Okay, someone guess. Let's see if we can get it right. What are we going to roll? Looks like it goes all from 1 to 6. Give me a number. Give me a number. We'll let it sit here, and then you give me a number. Okay, first one was Gabbins. Snickers said 6. All right, Gabbins, if we roll a 6, you win. I don't think you win anything, but who cares? All right, here we go. Oh, it's a 3. Can you guys see that? The lighting isn't great, but it's a 3. You lose, so now you have to send me a Super. I'm kidding. All you guys are still sending these numbers, so someone's going to say, oh, I said 3. Send me a... No, Gabbins has to send me a Super because he lost. And I'm kidding. All right, so that's how it works. So it's like you could basically take that and put it in place of a game, and instead of rolling dice, you roll the car or buy 2 of them and roll it and figure out what you got. That's a 4. All right, let's look at this GTO. Okay. Let it roll so you can take a look at the artwork for a second. And put that down. Let's open this one up. So this is a different take. So I'll give you I kind of know the story of this one. while it's turning. Obviously, the Pontiac GTO, this was the most recent version that they did, right? They brought the GTO back, then they killed Pontiac, and GM just killed Pontiac afterwards. But this car's kind of taken on, I think it's kind of taken on a bit of a legendary status, right? Just kind of among the Pontiac aficionados, GTO, sorry, aficionados. One of them being the Pontiac nerd on the Hot Wheels team, Brendan Viteski, famous for the 55 Bel Air, someone I've interviewed a lot. He does, and he owns a Firebird, and he owns this GTO. Now, obviously, he didn't just do a replica of his. I think his GTO is, at least looks-wise, pretty stock. But I think he wanted to do a GTO on the line, but he wanted to have a little bit more classic Hot Wheels fun with it. And so he turned it into a drag racer. For me, I think it's great. I've already seen some people say they don't like it. But she's Shredding 44 says, this car sucks. But saying it shouldn't be in factory fresh. I get that, but I don't mind it. I like it. I guess to be perfectly honest, I don't have any reason to hate it. Like I don't want to give it like some like I love this car. I think it's great. But it's like if they're gonna do a GTO and Brendan's gonna do it, he's gonna have some fun with it. I think that's great. You know, he's done the Bel Air Gasser. It's kind of along those lines, right? So I think it's great. I think it's great. I don't. I've seen some people make comments about what I say. It's like, oh, John, you always say everything. But I guess if you're gonna do it, do it. If this were, for example, I don't know, like a car that I really like that I was excited about, like the 300ZX done this way, like this one done like that, I'd be pretty bummed out. Is that fair? Is that fair to say? So let's just put it that way. All right, we're gonna finish off with the Bronco. They turned this around quick. When I posted this on Instagram, one of the designers said that they actually created this card artwork based on grainy leaked pictures. And they said, we did pretty good. We kind of got it right. And I think they probably modified it since the actual Bronco was released or was actually unveiled. But they ran off of like sneaked images of the real Bronco to get the artwork started. Isn't that funny? I think that's kind of cool. It's on my Instagram post with the Bronco. You can see it. Matt Gabe is the one who posted it. All right. Check this out. Looking pretty darn good. You've got the side mirrors. You've got the front. I think, is that front grille part of the bumper or is it part of the window piece? Hard to tell. Is there a brake there? I think there is. Not entirely sure, but it's a nice kind of just very plain version. And when I say plain, I mean just not modified, just looks cool. Spare tire wouldn't be too terribly effective in if this went flat, but other than that, I think this looks awesome. What do you guys think? Thumbs up, thumbs down on the Bronco. I'm going thumbs up. I'm really glad they did the front grille as opposed, especially just that plain Bronco on the side. And it looks like they've made it so they could put bigger wheels on it if they wanted to, if they wanted to do a more lifted version. But I like this one as is. Hopefully they do a... is the base plastic or metal? I promise you it's plastic. There's no way they'd make that metal for a basic car. So, looks really good. Interior, everything. There you go, guys. That's the D case. Of course, this video went to almost 30 minutes again. Standard Lamley, John, long-winded video, but it's because we get to chat. We get to go over things. If you want to see something, I'll try and show it to you. So, Voodoo Diecast says no on the GTO. He's thumbs down on the GTO. Okay, guys, if you don't like it, that's fair. I mean, if this one's going to go, but you know what? When the Lamley, I'll tell you guys, when the Lamley Awards come around, this is the kind of model I'm talking about, most disappointing. If you guys were super excited about the GTO and you don't like how they did it, then this is what I'm talking about. Not just a model that you don't care about. It's those that you care about. You're like, I wanted the GTO and I don't like how they did it. That's what I'm talking about. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does, because last year you guys voted for, what was it? A model that no one cared about. What I'm talking about, I'm not talking about worse. I'm talking about most disappointing. So hopefully you guys will remember that. I'm not saying this is what you should vote for, but that's that kind of feeling on this one that you were excited about and it didn't come through. That's what I'm talking about. So hopefully you see that. Seeing a lot of thumbs down on that one. Gen E. Yeah, no one cared about the Gen E. Thanks. You guys really, I don't believe that everyone was super excited about the Gen E, and then it came out and they were disappointed about how it was made. She didn't care about it, so you voted it worst. That will come across when you actually vote and no one votes for it as best. So I'm talking about most disappointed. I'm talking about the model. Like if you really were excited about the Bronco and you don't like this one, then that's what I'm talking about. Okay, I'll stop with that rant. But I'm hoping that that readers and viewers kind of get that for the Lamley Awards, because that's the productive vote that maybe some of the designers can go, oh, maybe we kind of missed on that one. You know, we were excited, but we didn't do it right, and then let's rethink the next time. Fair? Fair. All right, guys, I'm going to head on out. Thanks for watching. I will be on Instagram, in about, I don't know, 2.5 hours, give or take. Hopefully, I will see you guys there with Glenn Chow of Mini GT. Thanks. Bye.